Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So from the previous videos we are still on the same chapter, that is final account. We have almost covered up the theoretical part of final account, what is required for final account. One suggestion I would like to give you, that the format of format of trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet, you please go through your textbooks if you have, or any reference books, because all the items regarding trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet, they are given itself in the format. I'm not going to discuss about the format, so I would suggest you that you go through all these formats in your textbooks or reference books, so that you will have an idea what type of items are posted in trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. So in this today's video, I'm beginning with the example of final account. So before getting into this example, you need to know all the items related to this accounts. Okay, so let's start without wasting any time. So this is the first example of final account. Let's see. Given is the trial balance of Mrs. Vandana as on 31st March 2010. So this is a trial balance through which we have to prepare final account, that is trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. So it is on 31st March 2010. So on this date your financial year ends. So you have to disclose all of your profits and losses on this date. So through that we are going to prepare the final account. So here you just kind of pause this video and go through the items which I have written over here. Okay, I'm not going to dictate it all. Just go through each of the items. If you have already gone through the formats of trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet, if you know the items, which items are included in which type of accounts, then you will not face any sort of problems in classifying these items in their particular accounts. So I hope you have gone through this. Here downward also some 3 items are given. Just pause this video and then you go through the items, and if you can determine the items which you have to post in which type of account, then it is well and good. And if you don't know, then I would suggest you that go through your textbooks or reference books in which the format of your trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet is given. Okay, so I hope you have done with reading these items. So we will see the adjustments here, which we have to calculate on the items on which it is being given. So let's see the first adjustment. Closing stock of goods on 31st March 2010 was valued at rupees 21,000. So here this is the stock at the end of March month, that is of Mrs. Vandana. So this is a closing stock. Closing stock, I have already told you that the stock which is left in your business at the end of each financial year, that is called as closing stock. So the stock which is left at the end of this financial year of Mrs. Vandana, it is of rupees 21,000. Okay, so we have to give two effects. We have already learned about the adjustments in my last video. I would suggest to refer that video before you come to this example. Okay, so the first effect, it will be in the trading account in the credit side, and the second effect will be in the asset side. Okay, next one, depreciate furniture by 5% and machinery by 10% per annum. Okay, now we have to calculate this depreciation on furniture and machinery respectively by their percentages, that is 5% and 10% per annum. Now what does per annum means? It is on the yearly basis, that is each year you have to calculate these percentage of depreciation on furniture and machinery. Next one, the two effects of depreciation, it will be, firstly you have to calculate it on respective of their assets, that is on furniture and machinery. Firstly you have to calculate on them, and whatever the amount you will get, you have to subtract it from the original amount that is given in your trial balance. And the second effect, it will appear in the profit and loss account in the debit side. Okay, next one, outstanding salary rupees 1000 and wages rupees 500. So what does outstanding means? Outstanding means it is an unpaid amount that you have to pay after some time. So that is called as outstanding. Outstanding means you have paid, suppose 5000 as a salary to somebody, but out of which you have just 5000 is the total amount of salary. Okay, but from this total amount of salary you have just paid 3000, but the total amount is 5000. So the remaining amount, that is 2000, that is outstanding. So that is called as unpaid amount or outstanding. Now salary and wages are outstanding, so the amount is 1000 and 500. So the first effect will be, you have to add these amounts in their original amount that is given in the trial balance, that is in the salary, and in the wages you have to add this 1000 rupees and 500 rupees. You will get the final amount of the salary and wages. And the second effect, it will appear in the liabilities side. Okay, next one, prepaid insurance rupees 300. Now prepaid means you have paid the insurance in advance, you have paid before the due date, or you have paid the extra amount. So that is called as prepaid. Now on insurance you have to subtract this 300 and write the final amount in the outer column. This is the first effect of prepaid insurance, and the second effect will be in the asset side. Okay, so we will see the solution of this. So before getting into the solution, we will tick mark the items on which the adjustments are given. Firstly, the closing stock, so nowhere we have to tick mark it. Depreciate furniture and machinery, so here we have to tick mark firstly furniture. Just search the item furniture. Okay, machinery is here, we will tick mark it so that we will remember that we have to solve an adjustment on it. And next one is furniture, here it is. Okay, and outstanding salary and wages, so we have to tick mark salaries over here and wages. Okay, next one, prepaid insurance here. So we have tick marked the items on which we have to solve the adjustments. Here drawings is given to you. What you have to do is you have to subtract it from the capital which appears in the liability side. Firstly, what you have to do, you have to write down the amount of capital in the liabilities side, leave some space after capital. After that you write down less drawings, and the amount of drawings is 2500. Then whatever profit, net profit you will get from profit and loss account, you have to transfer it to capital account. That means you have to add it in 55,000, whatever is the net profit, and the total amount you will get by adding net profit, you have to subtract this drawings, that is 2500, and the final amount you have to write down in the outer column. Okay, so let's see the solution of this. So I've already written the solution of this. We are just going to go through this, but you solve it on your own. So here, this is how the format of trading account looks like. I've already taught you. Firstly, you have to write in the books of Mrs. Vandana, trading account for the year ended 31st March 2010. Okay, so here it is a credit. Okay, this is the debit side and this is the credit side. Okay, now which type of items are posted in trading account? The items which are directly related to the business, direct expenses, direct income. Okay, so let's see the first item, cash in hand. This is not a trading account. Sundry debtors, No, it is not related. Bills receivable? No. Opening stock? Yes. This is related to your business. Okay, because you have brought in the balance of stock of the last year, that is called as opening stock. So the first item will be to opening stock 16,000. Okay, next one, purchases. This is also a direct expense of your business, that is of Mrs. Vandana. So it will also appear in trading account debit side. So I've written here 37,900. But we have to solve adjustments, so I've written the amount in the inner column. So what is the adjustment of this? Wait a second. Here, purchase return. So I will tick mark here. Purchase return, that is 3,700, which you have to subtract it from purchases. So here, less purchase return 3,700, you will get the final amount, that is 34,200. Okay. Next one, wages. Now amount of wages is 2,000, but you have an adjustment on it. So you will write the amount in the inner column for solving the adjustment. So what's the adjustment on this? Let's see. Outstanding salary and wages, rupees 500. Okay. So here you have to add this outstanding wages in the wages, that is 500. You have to add it in 2,000. You will get 2,500 as the total amount of wages. Next one, where we were, sales returns. Now this is also an adjustment on sales, so I will tick mark over here. We will solve it afterwards. Salaries, it will appear in profit and loss account. It is not directly related to your business, so we will consider that afterwards. Next one is wages. We have completed that. Advertisement, this is also related to your indirect expense. The items which are written in the debit column is all your expenses or assets. Okay, just remember or get this thing in your head that all the items which are given in the debit side of trial balance, those are the items that are your that are either your losses or your assets. And the amount that are the items that are given in the credit balances, they are your liabilities and profits, which you have to credit it in the profit and loss account credit side and in the liabilities, and in the debit side in the profit and loss account debit side and assets side. This is how some items are in a trading account, some items are in profit and loss account, and some items are in assets. You have to identify based upon their nature. Next one, discount allowed. Now this is our expense. If somebody has purchased some goods from us and we have allowed discount on that particular goods, so that is our expense. So this is also indirect expense, so we will see it afterwards. Machinery is our asset. Carriage, now this is a sort of transport charge. So carriage is directly in expense of your business, so it will appear in trading account. So here I have written to carriage, that is 2,500. Next one, to insurance. This is also your indirect expense, direct expense. Drawings, which you have to subtract it from liabilities. In the start I told you what you have to do. Octroi duty, so this is also a type of transport charges, transportation. So this is direct expense of Mrs. Vandana. It will appear in debit side of trading account. So we will write here to octroi duty 800. Just don't see the gross profit, we will see how it comes. Next one, furniture, this is also an asset. Office rent, this is indirect expense of Mrs. Vandana, so it will appear in the debit side of profit and loss account. So we will not consider that right now in trading account. So let's move on to the credit balances. Bank loan, this is your liability because you have taken loan which you have to pay after certain period. Sundry creditors, 15,000, this is also your liability. Sundry creditors, that means if you have purchased some goods on credit, so we are considered as sundry creditors. Next one, sales. Now this is a direct income of Mrs. Vandana, so it will appear in the trading account but in the credit side. So here by sales 65,800. Now sales, here in the debit side there was an adjustment, sales returns, which you have to subtract it from sales. So subtract sales return 800, you will get the final amount 65,000 as the sales. Next one, purchase return is done. Bills payable, this is also your liability. Discount received, now this is an indirect income of Mrs. Vandana which will appear in profit and loss account, credit side. Last but capital, now this is your liability, so it will appear in the liability side of balance sheet. So we are done with posting of trading account items. So we will calculate the total. Now firstly what you have to do is, I'll just hide these amounts if I can. Okay. Now we have solved all the items and the adjustments on it in the trading account, not the entire final account, just trading account. Now do the total of credit side, that is 65,000 plus 21,000, and after doing the total of credit side, do the total of debit side. Just compare both the side, whichever amount is more from debit or credit. If it is more from credit side, then it is your profit. If it is more in debit side, then it is your loss. So I've already calculated. So the total amount of credit side is 86,000, and whatever amount you will get, don't consider this gross profit right now. After you will calculate all these items, whatever amount you will get, subtract it from 86,000, and the total amount of gross profit is 30,000. So to gross profit, carry it down 30,000, and then the both sides you have to equal by 86,000, which is the greater side of credit side. So this is how trading account is solved. Now here this by closing stock, this is an adjustment. Okay, closing stock, which we have already discussed, that first effect it will appear in the trading account credit side. So we have given the effect of closing stock 21,000. So that this is how the trading account is calculated. Now let's go through the profit and loss account. Okay, so from the start, cash in hand, no. Sundry debtors, bills receivable, opening stock is done, purchase done, sales return is done. Salaries, now this is your indirect expense, so it will appear in the debit side of profit and loss account, but we have tick marked this, so we have to solve an adjustment on it. So firstly we will post the item and write the amount in the inner column. To salary 11,000. Okay, adjustment, outstanding salary rupees 1,000, so you have to add this 1,000 rupees in the salaries. So 11,000 plus 1,000, you will get 12,000. This is the final amount of salary. Okay, next one, advertisement. So this is also an indirect expense of Mrs. Vandana, that is 3,200. It will appear in the profit and loss account debit side. So we will write this amount. No adjustment is given, so directly we have to write the amount in the outer column. So to advertisement 3,200. Next one, discount allowed. Now this is also an indirect expense, so it will appear in the debit side of profit and loss account, that is 1,000. No adjustment. To discount allowed 1000 rupees. Okay. Usually profit and loss account is drawn in the same account, that is in the trading account. Both the accounts are drawn simultaneously, but for your understanding I have separated profit and loss account. So it depends on you how you have to draw the form account, either in under the trading account or separately. Next one, discount allowed is over. Machinery, this is an asset. Carriage is done. Insurance. Now insurance is our expense, but it is an indirect expense, so we will write it here to insurance. But we have already tick marked insurance, that is we have to solve adjustment on it, so we will write the amount in the inner column, that is 1800. Next one, drawings. We have discussed octroi duty, this is done. Furniture, asset, office rent. Now this is our expense, indirect expense, so it will appear in the profit and loss account debit side. No adjustment, so we will write the amount in the outer column. So here, okay, I'll just hide these things. To office rent 3200. Okay, now debit side is done. We will move on to the credit side. Now firstly, what you have to do here, in trading account we calculated gross profit, but this gross profit we have to carry down it in the profit and loss account credit side. So it will be by gross profit brought down. So whatever gross profit you have received here, you have to take it in the profit and loss account. If you would have received loss, then you would have to take it over here in debit side, but we have got profit, so here in credit side we have to write it down. So the next items we will see in the credit side of profit and loss account. Bank loan, no. Liabilities, sundry creditors, liabilities, sales is done. Purchase return is done. Bills payable, this is also your liability. Discount receipt, now 2500, this is your indirect income. Okay, so you have to write it in the credit side of profit and loss account by discount receipt. So this is how the format of profit and loss account looks like. Now the final amount we will calculate after solving the balance sheet. So let's move on to the balance sheet. So let's start with the balance sheet. Cash in hand. So this is your asset, so it will appear in the asset side. So cash in hand 6000 in the asset side. Sundry debtors 23,300. So this is also your asset, so you have to write it in the asset side. Next one, bills receivable, this is also your asset, it will also appear in the asset side. Opening stock. Okay, so we will drop all these items till discount allowed, because all these are done. But after that, machinery, this is also your asset, so it will appear in the asset side, but the amount you have to write it in the inner column, because we have to solve an adjustment on machinery, so that is why you have to write the amount in the inner column. Let's just see what is the adjustment. We have discussed it. We have to depreciate machinery by 10%. So here, firstly I have written machinery amount in the inner column, then calculated 10% depreciation on machinery, that is on 40,000, 10%, it will be 4,000. Now how depreciation is calculated I will show you here down. Okay, now how much is the amount of machinery? It is 40,000. Okay, and depreciation, how much you have to calculate? 10%. Okay, so out of 100% you have to calculate 10% depreciation on machinery. So how you will calculate? 40,000 into 10 divided by 100. Now why 100? Because out of 100% you have to calculate just 10%. Okay, so 0 cancel, 0 cancel, 0 cancel. You will get the final amount 4,000. So this is the amount of depreciation you have to calculate on machinery. So this is 10% you have to subtract from 40,000. So from 40,000 you have to subtract 4,000. So 36,000 is the total amount of machinery after calculation of depreciation. So this is how you have to calculate depreciation. Similarly, on furniture you have to calculate. So 4,000 is the depreciation of 10% on. So the final amount of machinery is 36,000. Next one, we will see. A carriage is done, insurance done, drawings, it is in your liability side. Okay, so now here just consider drawings. Okay, don't see this final amount. Here upper drawing is written, less drawing, and the amount in the inner column 2,500. Okay, we haven't calculated the net profit yet, so I will not show you directly the net profit, but 2,500 you have to write in the inner column. So this is the liabilities side. Octroi duty is done. Furniture, this is your asset, but tick mark is given, so that means you have to solve adjustment. The amount you have to write in the inner column in the asset side. So let's see the adjustment. Depreciate furniture by 5%. Now here similarly, how I have calculated the depreciation on machinery, exactly you have to calculate it on the furniture, but the percentage will change. In adjustment you will be given the amount or the percentages you have to calculate as a depreciation. Now just replace the depreciation percentage over here. 5% you write down, and the amount of furniture 8,000, and calculate the way I have calculated here. So I will show you the final answer. Furniture 8,000, by calculation of depreciation of 5% you get 400 as a depreciation. From 8,000 minus 400 you will get 7,600 as the total amount of furniture. So let's move on to the next one. In the credit balances, now bank loan, this is your liability, so we will write here in the liabilities. Here bank loan 20,000, no adjustment, so directly in the outer column. Sundry creditors, so this is also a liability, so final amount in the outer column. Next one, bills payable. Now this is also your liability, you will have to write it in the outer column. Capital, now here it comes the final one. Capital 55,000. So this is how the net profit is calculated, and after calculation addition you have to subtract this 2,500, and then you will get the final amount of capital. But let's just firstly calculate the net profit on profit and loss account. So do the total of profit and loss account. Firstly do the total of credit side. Here I have written credit side. Remember, you have to write down these debit and credit on each of trading and profit and loss account sides. Do not forget that, but don't write it on the top of the balance sheet, just for trading and profit and loss account. So calculate first 30,000 plus 2,500, and then calculate the amount till net profit. Okay, whatever total you will get, just compare the total, whichever is great. Now here credit side is great, that is 32,500 is the greatest amount. Then you have to subtract the total of these items, you will get the net profit, that is 7,200, and balance the sides, that is 32,500. Now we will transfer this net profit to capital account. So here I have already transferred the amount of net profit, that is 7,200. Now you have to add 55,000 plus 7,200, you will get the total capital 62,200. But Previously you have wrote this less drawings, the amount of drawings, then you have to subtract it from 62,200. The final amount of capital you will get, that is 59,700. Remember, you have to add net profit in capital and less drawings from the total of capital plus net profit. Okay, now we are done with all the items. Posting and solving of adjustment is done. Now what you have to do is calculate both the sides. That means the total of outer column in liability side and the total of outer column in the asset side. So I've already done the total, but don't just copy this example, you solve it on your own and then you will understand where you are going wrong. So here I've already calculated the sides, so both are equalizing each other, that is 1,04,200 and 1,04,200. Remember, both sides should equal each other. That means not just 1 rupee also should not be a difference between them. If 1 rupee is getting a difference, then you are going somewhere wrong and you have to recheck the amounts or the balances or the figures you have written. So here both the sides are equaling. So this is the correct posting of items, that is your balance sheet is tallied. Okay, so here it is the end of our example. I hope you understood this. This is your first example. I know in the start it will be not very easy for you to understand in first attempt, but you try to solve it through this. More videos will come on this, more examples, but in next example I will try to do something different so that you can understand it more efficiently. So it's the end of our example, it's the end of our video. So if you did like this today's video, please do hit that like button, share with your friends, with your classmates. Right now whoever is in need, because your exams are also getting closer, so help them. And if you are new to my channel, subscribe to my channel, ring that notification bell so that you can get all my new videos notifications. And don't forget to comment down your suggestions, your queries, your any questions related to my videos, my previous videos. I will definitely try to solve it. Till then, goodbye.